Namaste, Jai Bharat. Bharat has historical relations with Persia, the people of Persia, the language of Persia. We have historical connections. Only thing with the Islamic revolution and all kinds of things, our relations received setback. Nonetheless, when you talk about the people, the Persians, we had good relations and have good relations. There is nothing that they are antagonistic or against Bharat, in spite of we being Hindus, because they have been trained. Many others have been trained to treat Hindus as kafirs. I don't know to what extent the Iranians would treat Hindus as kafirs in practical world. Theoretically, of course, yes. So we had good relations, and as a follow-up of our ancient relations, we have still good relations with Iran, whether it is IRGC or any other regime. Had that been democracy, it would have been much better like what we have with Afghanistan. We had this Chabahar port with Bharat for a long time, and the US is one people that they don't want anybody else to do anything except they themselves. Not normally European world, including the US, do not want Asia or any nations from Asia to come forward or come up or become strong. And these days Bharat is becoming stronger. So they are somehow bent upon seeing that Bharat shall not become stronger, but these things are in nobody's hands. If Bharat has to become strong and powerful, it will. If it cannot, then it will not. That's it. So we have this relationship with Iran. Chabahar port, we had a free hand once upon a time, and America is seizing the opportunity. They created blockade in Chabahar port, and with the so-called makeshift ceasefire agreement, Bharat again is trying to activate Chabahar port. I think the process is in the process of making Chabahar port active. We have a plan. Bharat has an interesting plan. There is a railroad, some 700 kilometers, from Chabahar port to Afghanistan. That's a border of Afghanistan. After the border is Afghanistan. This train, this rail, Bharat is one of the pioneers in the world of railways. Maybe not bullet trains everywhere, but we do have bullet trains. But the railway infrastructure, goods movement primarily. So this 700 kilometers of rail is nothing as far as Bharat is concerned. We can do it very fast and very easily. And once this rail project is done, then we have access to Afghanistan, and Afghanistan shall have access to sea, port, Chabahar port. 700 kilometers is not that long distance. Then from Afghanistan, we can go to another friendly nation, Tajikistan, and through that to Russia. So this possibility is there. Anyway, slow and steady win the race. Bharat is already in the process of making that rail. It might, depending on the situations, that in the political situations in that area, these things may not be very smooth. But from our side, our work shall be faster. A simple example is that we have made rails through many impossible terrains. You can look at that, whether it is the Himalayas, Kashmir, impossible rails, and of course Konkan, with several tunnels and landslide prone area. We successfully made railway, and that really shortened our distance from south to western Bharat or to Delhi. These days most trains from south use Konkan route to reach Delhi. the Rajasthan, etc., go via Gujarat, Baroda, Ahmedabad. Sometimes not a handover from somewhere else they turn to Kota side. Whatever. If this happens, it's good for all. Good for Afghanistan, Tajikistan, Iran, and also even Russia. We'll have rail connection, easy movement of goods, and up to Chabahar it's ship. We shall meet. Interesting case, but then we shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.